Of the People FM. Sorry for that long break. So let's get into the conversation. Perhaps we'll just take all the story that's got to do with insecurity at a time. So, CSOs have told President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that some civil society organizations have said that the withdrawal of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso from the economic community of West African states poses danger to Nigeria. Right? The three countries had, of course, withdrawn from ECOWAS. He said these countries, particularly Mali and Niger, are critical in the fight against terrorism and insurgency, given their geographical positioning and the nature of cross-border security threats. Their departure from ECOWAS not only weakens the regional security framework, but also leaves Nigeria more vulnerable to the spillover of instability and terrorism activities from the neighboring countries. But let's move to other conversation that's got to do with security still. And still warnings. Now, Northern Elders Forum, Ohanes and Dibo, and some civil society organizations have expressed displeasure over the private trip to Paris, France, embarked upon by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu amid rising insecurity cases of abductions, and other security challenges in the country. So you recall that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu departed Abuja to France last week, Wednesday, January 24, 2024, with his handler saying it was a private visit. He will return to the country in the first week of February 2024. It'd be like saying that this first week I've been next first week. The statement issued by Ajurin Gilali read. However, the group that spoke to media on the trip, decried that there was no transparency in the announcements, considering the description of the president's trip as a private trip. That is, why should a president now embark on a private trip, especially as a country is going through a lot? But let's go to other issues. That's the major reason why they are even angry about this trip, or probably speaking up about the trip. So, bandits have abducted 7 residents of Kuduru, a neighboring community in Buhari Area Council, Abuja. They have reportedly demanded 290 million naira ransom to release the hostages. There are 7 of them in number. 7. Right? Now, the bandits who abducted 7 residents of Kuduru, a neighboring community in Buhari area, have said, we're going to bring 290 million naira for all of them. Like the way they're mentioning the money as if it's just coins. So the victims, including a pregnant woman and 3 children who spent over 1 month in captivity, were abducted at Kuduru Extension by the bandits. According to a leader of the community who did not want to be named, the bandits have threatened to kill 2 out of the victims if the 290 million was not paid to them. He said the abductors also demanded food items, drugs, bed sheets, and cardigans. He remember the married wife give them. All these are what they demanded for, right? Okay. Say they have reached out to us to bring 290 million naira to secure their release, or they will kill 2 of them. We have a pregnant woman and 3 children among them. He asked us to bring bags of rice, packs of noodles, cough syrups, antibiotics, bed sheets, and cardigans. I hope Augmentin is not part of the antibiotics, because it'll be like saying a ransom money without Augmentin. He said they insisted that the 290 million ransom must be completed for them to let our people go, he said. The community leader pleaded with Kayode Egwuatu, the Inspector General of Police, to do something about the situation. But as if that wasn't enough though, in other parts of the country we are still hearing issues of banditry, terrorism, and kidnapping, as they said that bandits terrorizing Nigeria's capital city, Abuja, still in Abuja now, have reportedly kidnapped a director at the Federal Housing Authority in the Federal Capital Territory, Iando Va. Now, according to news gathered, that the incident occurred yesterday, Thursday, at about 12:30 a.m. in Pambara New Extension in Buhari Area Council. Reports that the Pambara New Extension is about 200 meters from military camp and checkpoint in Buhari Central area. The assailants who have been on rampage in the area killed and abducted unsuspecting citizens who were said to have gained access to the victim's residence through the fence after cutting the barbed wires. So, the FCT Public Relations Officer, SP Justina, they failed to respond on inquiries. But as a matter of fact, right now they've responded and they said that they will do everything that they can to get the civil servant, who, by the way, works with the Federal Housing Authority. to get him out. But in another breath, or in other areas, like far away Agatu in Benue State, we still hear of other issues of, crime and insecurity going on there. As no fewer than 15 persons have been killed after suspected herders attacked Ugboju community in the Agatu local government area of Benue State. Now, the attackers, who have been conducting relentless attacks in the area for the past 2 weeks, invaded the village on Wednesday evening, leaving locals in distress. According to eyewitness, many people are still missing, and search parties are actively combing the bushes for any remaining survivors. Godwin Edo, the member representing Agatu constituency in the State House of Assembly, decried the fresh wave of killings, confirming the incident occurred on Wednesday, just yesterday. Edo said, "I'm frustrated as a representative of my people by their cries. I have forwarded all the gory photos of the bodies recovered to the WhatsApp lines of both the governor and his deputy." Okay, well, just yesterday here now in Benue State, they have carried 15 people have been killed, body littered. 15 human beings, so not chicken. 15 human beings. Human, as in human beings. Okay, all right. So now, Germany too have now warned Nigerians, as the German government has raised the alarm that the security situation in Nigeria, caused by multiple crimes, banditry, and spate of kidnappings across the country, is worrisome to the people of Germany. So they say, all these things what they hear, say the thing they worry us on mind, well, I wanna take Siam like this. In fact, the statement said, "We are honored to be," okay, yeah, he said this, well, that starts, by the way, let's not even talk about the occasion that it happened, but these are some of the complaints and worries that the international community have, raised. But then let's go to what the presidency has said about most of these crime issues. A special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, has stated that on a statement he issued yesterday, Wednesday, in Abuja, he said, guess what? The media have been urged. In fact, you people media, you people should stop. You people should exercise restraint in your reportage concerning the current security challenges in some parts of the country. Now they cause this insecurity, they sound like saying a big deal. The report is actually not like that. Why are you people making it look like a big deal? That's not exactly what he said. Onanuga said that the media had the responsibility to promote laudable actions by the government and make positive criticism based on overriding national interest. So that is, let me explain to you now. That is, because of our national interest, because all of us have just one Nigeria to call our own, like this. So you have to talk only good things about our country. All you media people, don't be talking anything that is not good about our country. Make sure you report only good things and things that will make Nigeria look good only. That is, appear positive only. Don't be reporting bad men. After all, not be only one person roof, now rain the fall. Why are people making it always reporting bad news? Even though you're not the ones that's making the bad news happen. But when you see it like that, just look the other way. And just report only the good things. Don't be reporting bad things. Now, according to him, he says screaming headlines that paint gory pictures of the situation will only hurt the country by scaring away genuine local and foreign direct investments. Did you hear that? He said, when you people now put all those headlines and you now put that say 50 die in Ondo attack, 15 children kidnapped in Ekiti. Why would you put it like that? Don't put it. Just as some children have just been declared missing. Meanwhile, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has attracted good investment into the country. Things like that. Just talk about the good things alone. You can just talk about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done this. The electricity is not everywhere in the country. And meanwhile, just some parents don't actually know the whereabouts of some of their children. You make it look light. You don't make it look very heavy. That's an example of what he's saying. I don't know if that's exactly it, but that's what it looks like. So let me read part of the statement the way he actually wrote it. He said, media reporting about cases of kidnapping, communal killings, and isolated terrorism act must show some moderation. That is, when I suppose patch them. We know, say, if you patch them, they leak, but just patch them well. You say, so you must show some moderation by not giving the impression that all Nigerians no longer sleep with two eyes closed or are not safe in going out about their day-to-day businesses. Because after all Nigerians sleep with their two eyes very, very closed and you snore. And you go about your daily businesses and nothing happens to you. So why do we have to be telling you all this news all the time. So he further says that to tell a newspaper or clickbait, to sell a newspaper or clickbait, we tend to exaggerate. That means now we even add pepper and salt to the matter. That's what he's trying to say. That media, we add pepper and salt. That means maybe people don't really die. It's just like the case that Wike said. That maybe one thing will just happen somewhere. Now, bam, people will see it has happened 25 times. Why are people doing like this? So let me go back to that statement. It says to sell a newspaper or clickbait, we tend to exaggerate and embellish, sometimes forgetting the social responsibility of the media. We have a social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility, not to give the impression that our country is under siege by criminals, or that every nook and cranny of our country is under their stronghold. So we are not supposed to make it appear that, it's as if criminals are everywhere in our country. Even though we know that they kidnapped a PDP chieftain on his way from Oyo State along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. So we should not make it look like every time you travel along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, you may not be safe, or you're going out and you're coming in cannot be guaranteed. We should not make it look like that. Or we should just, report and not make it look like that. We should just try and be good and sell our country. Say one of our newspapers took this responsibility to heart, and its report on the same Tuesday, making its major headline, the effort by security agents to rein in the minority vagabonds in our midst. He said the president, well, he said a lot. He said Turkey leads with 42 people kidnapped out of 100 people. Lebanon is second with 15 people out of 100 people, and Kuwait is third with 12 people out of 100 people held in captivity. But these countries, wouldn't they see that? So make on they calm down. Well, Barrister Darlington is here with me in the studio. You know that he is my Monday and Thursday tonic in the house. Welcome, Barrister Darlington.
Pretty pressure.
Sir. Did I say anything?
Your constituency, you're under attack.
They say that we're the reason why what is happening in the country is happening.
They say it is not
so now
you are the problem.
So now I'll just see story now, not be carrying it again. I'll just be looking the other way.
No, he said you are the problem.
Yes.
You are the one producing this.
I'm the one. If I produce bad news and I read it and I come and see that this is what's happening in Nigeria,
you can see where you are gotten to. Can you tell by another guy that you cannot have a 6 months old pregnancy? Even if you don't say it, the news, the kidnapping itself will be reporting itself to the whole world. The world is a global village. He has forgotten that all the embassies, they have press attaches. They read our newspapers. They move about. In fact, the social media is there. So what is he saying? I want him to say that the press are not they are not being fair to Tinubu. That all they are reporting is falsehood. That is where
if you're not being fair and if it's false,
yes, then
off you go with arrest.
But to tell the press, then if they cannot report what is happening, what are they supposed to report?
No, you don't understand. They did not say don't report it. They say you manage it well. Manage it well.
How do you manage it? How do you manage a bad situation? How? If a woman is crying that her children have been kidnapped in her presence, and she run to the media to say, then the media should do what? To tell the owner, that woman that we don't know what she's saying. Is that what you are supposed to do? So,
Barrister Darlington, as painful as that Ekiti State children's issue is, I can imagine the pain of a parent that your kids went to school, you're yet to see your children. Some of those parents may not even be able to eat till now. And some of them is their entire children that is involved. The entire children will be involved. Like if they have 3 children, 3 of them may be involved in that kidnap. And you're telling people not to carry it.
Exactly.
And we should not say anything.
Is it not when the press raise the alarm that the government will swing it to action?
Okay, perhaps it's not enough to make the headline. You can carry it, but don't make it, don't make it like a lead story. Don't make it.
This media men for Tinubu, they have lost it seriously. If the press do not, how will you know? They will be the one to complain that we are not aware. We are not aware. Nobody reported it. They will be the same people. They will turn around to blame you that the press are not doing their job. Even when some of us are complaining that you people you are not even saying it as it is, they are now equally trying to blame you. You can imagine. That is when government have lost it. They are looking for somebody to blame for their own incompetence. Should there be kidnapping in the first place? Pressure, should there be kidnapping? By another guy, I've not even said why should there be even the bad news, not to talk of the person reporting it. Have we not had enough? Must you continue under Tinubu? Just 8 months. Look at where we are. Instead of these people to go and ask themselves questions, they are now looking for somebody to blame. No, very soon now it will be analysts. Analysts, they will face us. You people, when you come to studio, you'll be analyzing things that are not true. Meanwhile, they cannot point out what you have analyzed that is not true. They can't point it out. So we should all keep quiet and say, Tinubu is doing very well until all of us drown into the CRB. Then they will say, but we didn't hear this now. Like the former president who will always tell you, I'm not aware. Look at that. They should be happy. They should, in fact, congratulate the press for bringing these things to the front burner so that government will take action. Because where they are living in a bubble. They don't know what is happening outside. If the press does not report it, how will they know? All they need to do, ask them, is this in true? Verify it. Verify it. You are fighting corruption. How else can you do that if the press is not allowed to their responsibility? How? So you can imagine how this will, in fact, they are trying to guard the press from what the Bayonologa is doing now. He wants to guard the press. They are overwhelmed with what is going on. Instead of them to find solution, they now want the press to keep quiet.
All right, Barrister Darlington, could you kindly react to the conversation about the CSOs, some civil society organizations warning about Niger and Mali, Burkina Faso exit, posing security threats to the country? Is that a thing?
In what way would they pose? They have their own internal matter.
Because we share good borders with them, so that it's a problem, especially with the fight against insecurity.
No, Precious.
Sir?
Did you remember when Tinubu wanted to enter Niger to stop these coupists from what they were doing? It was because this was an agreement by ECOWAS leaders to stop the coupists in Niger from going ahead with what they wanted to do or what they have done. What happened? Northern leaders and their fellow travelers, they came together. They told Tinubu not to try it. In fact, they warned him that those people are their kids and kin, they are their brothers, they are their cousins. That Tinubu should not try it. Vehemently. No, was it not in this country? The CSO, what did they tell them that time? Why didn't they complain? Ask the North, what is your interest in Nigeria or outside Nigeria? You can see that what is disturbing us are people from outside. All this tribal, ethnic and religious affinity. Some people, they don't have interest in Nigeria. In fact, if Nigeria disintegrates today, they will be happier. They have demonstrated it practically and openly that they are not part of you. Their soul and their image and liver is outside here. Didn't somebody tell you that when you disturb him, you will go to meet his cousins in Niger? Did he not say it? You saw how we took our money to build the rail line. Meanwhile, there's no rail line from here to the east, so from Port Harcourt to nothing. All the eastern region, all the south side, no rail line. But somebody took our money to go and build
but we have Ibadan and Ibadan connecting Lagos.
Ibadan to where? I said Nigeria. Have you covered Nigeria, not to talk of outside? My dear.
But the Minister of Transportation then, was he not Rotimi Amici? Is he not the one that was helping to build it? Is he not a South-Southerner? Did he not remember that there is no railroad from his state connecting his state to other states?
Hold on, don't defend your brother.
How? I'm not defending him. I am saying that why did he do that?
Hold on.
Why did he agree to effect the job?
Can he do anything on his own? You have forgotten that he has a principal. You have forgotten. That particular Maradi-Kano rail line, no Nigeria was involved in the discussion of that contract. In fact, they took us before they told us. The contract was already ongoing before they told us. It was not costed by anybody. No evaluation. Nothing. Even the architectural drawing, nobody knew. Buhari just woke up and said they should construct it. Even ADB cried out that rail line is the costliest in the whole world. That they should not take back. Did he listen to anybody? No, answer me now. So what would Rotimi Amici do? What do I want him to do at that point? What could he have done at that point? Answer me. Or no? Are you telling me you didn't know how Buhari ran this country? Was he taking any directive from anybody? The result is where we are now. The man was just behaving as if even the military regime couldn't have done what Buhari did. Nothing, no coordination. He just took action, irrational action. Look at how you were collecting money from CBN as if the money is going out of fashion. Whenever he woke up, Emefiele, bring money.
Okay, Barrister Darlington, how about the Northern Elders Forum, Ohaneze Ndigbo, and other civil society organizations frowning over Tinubu's private trip to Paris? First of all, they complained that his trip wasn't explained. The president's trip isn't properly explained to Nigerians. I am
disappointed in all of them that are talking now, because if we have stopped this behavior from Buhari, Tinubu wouldn't have continued it now. That is why he told you he will continue where Buhari stopped. He will come to consolidate what Buhari did. Where were these elders when Buhari even did worsen? Nobody uttered a word when Buhari was going every day to UK. At a point, he spent almost 3 months there. Was it not in this country? Did anybody say all this thing they are saying now? Please answer me. Did anybody this thing they are saying now? Did they say it? Oh, you answer me now. Or did it not happen? Why couldn't they talk at that time? Of course, when they see a weak leader, that's what happens. They can talk to him anyhow. I won't blame any of them.
All right. So, Barrister Darlington, still in the news this evening, we had a bandit kidnap Federal Housing Authority director in Abuja. Also kidnap 7 people and demand 290 million naira ransom. Still in the news, we're still hearing that 15 people have been feared dead in Agatu. Agatu again. Remember Agatu? That was almost raced down years ago. Please. Agatu again in the news. Now the thing is, Agatu communities in Agatu have been facing attacks, I think, since December. It looks like it's back-to-back attack.
Good.
And since this January, we've been hearing of those attacks.
What I want to ask is this. All this attack, kidnapping and all that, all these elders that are talking now, have they gathered themselves in a room and say, where did this thing start? Who started it? What is the objective? The people that are doing this, are they Nigerians? Which group is behind all these things? Are they not supposed to ask those questions so that you can find solution? No, answer me now. Did this just start with us? After all, the PDP was with us for 16 years. Was it like this? All these elders that are talking now, have they asked themselves, where did this thing start? Who started it? What does the person want to gain from what is happening? Who is funding? Who is sponsoring them? Because they couldn't be sponsoring themselves. It is when they ask themselves this question that solution will come. But so far, nobody have done that from the last time I checked too. Especially these northern elders that are talking now. They know that this thing is rampant in their region. They have not gone to a room and say, come, what are we doing? These boys, I mean, from all indication, 95% of them are our boys, our children. Are we not supposed to call them, rein them in? No, tell me, is that not the way to solve the matter? Every day, insecurity, kidnapping. Who are the people behind it? That is the question. Are you telling me that if Nigerian leaders or even the northern leader say today that nobody can enter Nigeria and commit this type of crime and get away with it, will it not happen? But they asked them to come in. Precious, we invited them.
All right, Barrister Darlington,
we invited them. So what are you complaining?
Invited?
That's my question. Every time I don't like people deceiving me. I don't like it. Not only that, you come and be talking as if they mean what they are saying. Who invited them? Were we not there when they were making statements? No, were we not here? The $200 policy of Buhari, have anybody cancelled it? Answer me now.
Which $200 policy?
Yes, when you woke up and said anybody with $200 can enter Nigeria and will be given this at the port of entry. Didn't Buhari say so? Did he not say so? And I complained in a media house when I was invited that this thing will bring problem. What are you coming to Nigeria to do with $200? As at that time, it was 300 naira to $1. I did the calculation in that studio. I said, come, with 80,000 naira, what is it? Are you going to rent house? Are you going to, what business will you do with 80,000 naira in Nigeria at that time? I asked all these questions. But northern leaders kept quiet. They didn't bother. Now, the evil seed they planted have germinated. It has grown. And now they are pretending every time. Who are the people behind it? Why can't they insist that the 400 names given to the federal government, they should release those names and prosecute them? Why can't they insist for once? Every time they be pretend. I don't like people, elders, very deceitful. They know that the people behind this thing, yet they keep quiet.
Are you accusing them of being responsible of anything?
Listen very well. Listen. Did you hear what EFCC said the other day? That a religious sect is the one sponsoring this thing. That they trace an account.
Did they mention Christian or Muslim?
Who else?
Some people are saying that they even mentioned Christian in church. They even said they mentioned the church.
I am telling you, if that thing had to do with, they would have released the name. Precious, you know very well. After all, when they arrested Philip Uchina, did they mention his name? Other one, have they mentioned their name?
Barrister Darlington, let's move to another conversation.
Hold on.
Let's move to another conversation. There are other matters waiting for us to attend to. There are other matters waiting for us to attend to. You don't know, this matter has to do with our money. 109 billion naira of our money. So they said that they said alleged 109 billion naira fraud. The former accountant general is saying that EFCC deceived him to confess. So a trial of the former accountant general of the Federation, AGF Ahmed Idris, who was accused of siphoning public funds to the tune of 109.4 billion naira, resumed today, Thursday, with the defendant alleging that he was deceived by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to implicate himself. Idris is facing a 14-count charge. The anti-graft agency entered against him and 3 others before a high court of the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja, sitting in Maitama. Now, other defendants in the matter are an aide to the former AGF, Mr. Olusegun Akindele, the director of the Federation account, Mohammed Usman, as well as the company Gezawa Commodity Market and Exchange Limited, which allegedly served as a conduit pipe through which bulk of the stolen funds were diverted. Now, Justice Halilu Yusuf had ordered a trial within trial in the matter to enable the court to determine whether all the extrajudicial statements the embattled former AGF made while he was interviewed by the EFCC would be admitted in evidence. Now, whereas the prosecution maintains that the defendant made confessional statement that nailed him to the charge. However, the former AGF insisted that he made the statement under duress. Not by me. Now they forced me to make the statement, so I know thief money. So how did 109.4 billion naira have leg and walked away? So the first defendant, Idris, alleged that he was deceived with a promise to write the statement. According to his lead counsel, Chief Chris Uche-San, Chief Chris Uche-San is his lead counsel, the EFCC had assured the defendant that he would not be subjected to any trial should he give details that would implicate a former Minister of Finance and some governors. And say them beg him. Say if he give that details, we're going to implicate these people, he don't go face trial. So the defendant urged the court to reject the said confessional statement, which he said were obtained in violation of the provisions of Section 15, subsection 4, Section 17, subsection 1 and 2, and of the ACJA 2015 Act, as his lawyers were not present when he made them and the sessions were not recorded. So what is your evidence? Okay, however, the EFCC, through one of the lead investigators, Mr. Hayatuddin Suleiman, who appeared as a witness in the matter on today, Thursday, denied the allegation. The witness maintained that the first defendant voluntarily made the statement and was also notified that they would be used in court for trial. The prosecution counsel, Mr. Rotimi Jacobson, had initially applied to tender the 13 different statements he said were voluntarily made by the first defendant between May 16, 2022, when he was arrested, to July 5, 2022. Now, his application was vehemently opposed by counsel to the former AGF chief Uche-San, who challenged the admissibility, alleging that his client was coerced by EFCC to make those confessions. So consequently, at the resuming proceedings of the trial on today, Thursday, the EFCC official Suleiman, who obtained some of the disputed statement, tendered in evidence a video recording of an interview he said the commission held with the first and second and third defendants before they volunteered to make the statement. So bottom line, AGF is now changing his plea and saying that, you know what, I did not make any statement. I did not make that statement or those confessions out of my own volition. I made them under duress. So, as a lawyer, first of all, let me ask you, is this likely to change the case?
It cannot.
Why will it not change the case?
Sorry. Under the criminal adult administration of criminal justice, when there is a matter like this, you now go trial within trial.
That's exactly what the judge is trying to do.
Exactly. So you come, you said it was under duress, no problem. Oh yeah, now get the correct statement. Let me see how he will.
Did you not hear? He said that they coaxed him to.
We agree. We have agreed on that. Fine. Then write the statement how the money got into your possession. Abi? Or was no money traced to him? Precious. Was there no money traced to him? That's the
Did you remember that this same AGF was just seen recently when he was going to court? When he was going to court, how he was bending and claiming spinal cord issue.
Leave all those
and when he thought cameras were off him, the same person who could not even work.
Look, everything
stood straight.
Was no money traced to him? That is the first question. Those money, did he not enter plea bargain to return about 6 billion? Is that not true? So how did he get those money? Is that not enough indictment? He will make statement to that effect. It's not enough to come and bamboozle everybody. Of course, you have a right to rewrite your statement. But at the end of the day, will you be exonerated? That is the first question, because there were witnesses, there were account details, all those things. Was it spirit that took those money to those places? All those people you mentioned their name that they are involved. What happened? You mean somebody forced you to mention their names if they were not involved? All these things are just to waste our time. I'm telling you, it's just a waste of time, because the evidence against him is so big. I don't know how he will exonerate. So let them go trial within trial, and let me see how he will come out of it clean. Let me see. If all those money, 109 billion naira, we are not talking of thousands or millions, billions. How could anybody just wake up and accuse him of such a humongous amount of money, and he didn't make any noise that time? Maybe because he has settled down. Of course, his lawyers have advised him, and I'm sure some money must have exchanged hands somewhere. Can't you see? He has been given a soft landing. He can now brace up to start flexing his muscle with the money he has already collected. That is what is going on here. They force you, they force you to write a statement. Okay, that initial period, did you not go to the EFCC office with your lawyer? You mean the lawyer was there when they were coercing you to write statement? Precious, if this is possible, you mean that man did not go with a lawyer, and the lawyer was present when they were forcing him to write statement under duress? It's funny. You can see what these people are doing. Please, let us stop our music. The comedy is over. You know the person I blame is this EFCC. I'm telling the way they are going about this thing now is like they are turning this thing into a comedy. That is why people just make caricature of the EFCC that I used to know under Rubadu. People just, who are you? You bring God, nobody will listen to you. Before you know it, you're already inside the cell. You are not inside jail. Because the law that empowers them to do what they do is there, very clearly written. But apparently, the EFCC, they are not following the powers that they have. They are not. That is why somebody will see this kind of money and he still have the temerity to be talking. He was forced under duress. Under what? Those money, was it not traced to you? That's the first question. If they were traced to you, are you supposed to be in possession of such an amount of money? So what is the under duress here? They have allowed him to relax. You know, the money must have gone round and all that. So people are don't go there. Let us waste their time, and then they will have the case while you are moving about. All
right. So Barrister Darlington, I don't know if you did hear today that Bureau de Change operators have downed their tools, and they said that they are not working again, that they are not exchanging money again. You know, and That's actually the situation today. Yes, they said that this is amid dollar scarcity in Nigeria.
Good.
So we thought that this was actually a thing or a decision held by all of them. However, sources now have it that it's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government that is behind the shutting down of period of change in Abuja, Nigeria's capital. And sources told newsmen that the government directed Nigeria's secret police department of state services to force the BDCs to close down to save face over the free fall of Naira. It was learned that the DSS subsequently took over the market, and the government's, amid government frantic efforts to stabilize the Naira and save face. So Nigeria's Naira dropped to a record low against the dollar on the official market Tuesday, and exchange rates data that showed Naira at least sold, I think, 1,431 Naira in the parallel market, and this became a lot of worry, right? So the sources who were saying this says that it is this government that has shut down the BDC centers in Abuja. They were just actually trying to close down. They were actually forced to close down because of the free fall of Naira. DSS has taken over the markets as we speak. One of the sources said it is all a safe face as the situation is becoming embarrassing to government. However, the Lagos market is still open, but in panic mode because we're not sure whether or not they will sell. So as of yesterday, some parts of Lagos sold for 1,520 Naira per dollar. And the Abuja chapter of the Association of Period Exchange Operators earlier announced the closure of their business premises indefinitely from today, Thursday. Abdullahi Dauran, its chairman, blamed it on the scarcity of US dollars, which he said was compounded by online banking and cryptocurrency transactions. But now this source is saying that it is actually not the case, that it's actually because government is forcing them. But there's something funny happening in the market. While dollar is almost coming down, because today I tried to run some transactions in dollar, and I was trying to get dollar for almost 1,380 as against the 1,530, 1,520 was sold yesterday. So 1,380, 1,400, right? However, pounds is still climbing higher, almost getting to 2,000. So usually, once dollar is coming down, the other currencies also steep low. But you don't understand. The idea is most often what happens in the market is when dollar is coming down, the other currencies also maintain a downward slope against the Naira. That's usually what happens. But this time, it looks like dollar is coming down or having a downward slope over the Naira. But pounds and other currencies and euro is not looking like they're obeying that law of gravity. They are working against the law of gravity gradually. I don't understand what's happening, but I like your reaction to this.
Now, if government can sustain what they have done now with this bureau de change, I'll be so happy. Because this is a clear case of sabotage. The earlier Tinubu begin to realize that some people have held a meeting inside one coven to sabotage his government, the better. Because why should it be? Why should your currency be determined by black market? Do you know what you are talking about here? Black market. Who are behind it? Where did they get the dollar? Now that the CBN is telling the bank not to sell anything to anybody, if you want to go to the banks directly, that is where you're supposed to transact any currency business. They have ordered the bank to sell about $5 billion, abi? They'll flood the market with it. So let me see, where does these people get this dollar that they are using to intimidate and blackmail everybody? So
that means you agree with the government?
I agree completely. Why would I agree? Okay. What are they are constituting a nuisance. They are undermining the economy. I'm telling you, I don't pray that he will sustain it. That's my own fear. I don't want tomorrow now they will wake up. They too will threaten him with the 2027 and he will back down. I don't want him to back down.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So speaking of 2027, Bode George has told Atiku to step down and allow a younger person to run in 2027. So former Democratic PDP Deputy National Chairman Chief Bode George has appealed to former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar to shelve his 2027 presidential ambition and allow younger Nigerians to run. George made this appeal in an interview today on Arise Television. Do you agree that Atiku should just calm down and allow younger ones to run?
Please, the law does
and support a younger one.
The law does not support what Bode George is saying.
So you must be an Atiku fan.
He has his rights.
Oh wow.
nobody can trample on his right. Atiku knows when to say I am done. Are you getting what I'm saying? Like I've always told you, Atiku has an unfinished business with Tinubu. So why should you run away? So that Tinubu say, you see, he got tired because he could not do anything. He couldn't fight. There was something he
Is it about personal ego or actually the love for the country?
I said it's an unfinished business with Tinubu. The matter he submitted before the court last time, they say he brought it late. So I think we should now take his time and bring it early, so that we will see to the end of that matter. Is that not? Is there anything wrong with that? If you people are telling him that, that means you people want to back out. He has an unfinished business. Let him finish it. Then if he want to leave politics, he can leave politics. But if he stop midway now, Tinubu is going to taunt him. He's going to mock him at the end of the day. That's what I'm saying. It's the intel business that somebody took. He's still nursing the injury. I think he's still nursing the injury. So let him finish that business and tie it up. Because I don't see a P2B continue from where Atiku stop.
So speaking of a P2B right now, following the hardship that Nigerians are going through, Omoyele Sowore has said that even if P2B entered government or if he had won the election, he would have still done the same thing that Tinubu is doing now, because he did mention that he was going to remove subsidy. So whether it was a P2B or a Tinubu, is the same result that we're getting and that we would have gotten.
P2B said how he will remove subsidy. He spelled it out. Precious, P2B he has made himself clear on how he remove subsidy. He couldn't have done it the way Tinubu did it. And I know Jonathan wouldn't have done it the way Tinubu did it. Because I studied the Jonathan government. Whenever he want to introduce something that will affect the masses, he do it. He always carry it out in piecemeal, gradually, to test the water, see the response, see the impact. Remember the ATM? He started with three states, I think. After the success, he now went further to 6 states. When it was now accepted and there was no loophole, he now threw it open. Is that not how we got the ATM? Even the TSA, he didn't say all the departments should pay in at once. He started testing the water with a few ministries to see the impact on the economy. But to Buhari and Tinubu, whatever they just do, fiat, like military, without thinking. Is that not why we are where we are today? If you have removed this gradually, if you are spending at least 1 trillion, you say, okay, let me reduce it by 500 billion. The other 500 billion, I can use it to cushion the effect. Then you see what will happen after 3-6 months. You see the impact, you now go further. But now, with the removal of subsidy, we don't even know which one is which. The subsidy, we are not seeing the impact of the removal. That is what is worrying everybody now. Didn't they tell you that when they remove subsidy, in fact, Nigeria will be paradise? That there will be enough money to do everything. They will build schools, do hospital, do road. Please, have any of this thing been done 8 months into the administration? So where is the impact of the removal of the subsidy? Precious, can you mention one? Can you mention one impact? Your naira now, has it firmed up as to say yes, it is the removal of the subsidy that made us to earn enough currency, and now the naira is stronger. What is the impact of this removal? That will tell you that have been issue. No subsidy, not to talk of the one to remove. I have analyzed it here. No subsidy in the first place, because I don't see how I will carry my crude and give you to refine. After refining, I will now buy it from you wholesale, as if I'm importing a fresh product from you. Meanwhile, it is my raw material is what you use. So what am I subsidizing? All the other products that come out of our crude, where is it? Is that not enough to even say, okay, take those things and give me the diesel and the PMS? I don't have to pay any money. No, tell me, is that, if you are doing bargain, trade by barter, is that not what happens? Do you need to pay money again? Do you need to pay money? Since it is our crude, do you need to pay money? Dangote is importing from US according to him. That one can pay full price for the crude. And when they bring it, I can refine and say, according to the price of the crude he bought. In this case, we are using our raw material, which is the crude. So where is the subsidy? Why is it that nobody has thought of all these things? Every time they be telling us subsidy. Nobody has come to break it down and tell us, what are you subsidizing? What are you subsidizing in the actual sense? When the crude is your own, and you have made an arrangement with the foreign refineries, why should I buy the same price like somebody who has not even brought anything to the table? How?
All right, Lagos phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions on the conversation. Oh, they said I should not say Lagos again. I should say Nigeria. Okay, world, because people watch us from different parts of the world, right? No. When I say Lagos, people say that I should mind that I'm not broadcasting to Lagos alone. So phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions on the conversation this evening. Phone lines 0700 903 903 903. That is 0700 903 903 903. You can also call 0700 903 9039. That is the WhatsApp line. You can call us on WhatsApp on that number 0700 903 9039. That's the WhatsApp line, right? Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions right away. But before we do that, let me run you through on the conversations that we're having. CSOs to Tinubu, Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso's exit from ECOWAS poses security threat to Nigeria. Amid insecurity, NEF or Hanez Ndibo, that is Northern Elders Forum, Hanez Ndibo, CSOs angry over Tinubu's private trip to Paris. Say, what is private about your trip? Bandits demand 290 million naira food items to release 290 million naira food items to release 7 abducted Abuja residents. Bandits kidnap Federal Housing Authority director in Abuja. And 15 killed as suspected herdsmen attack Agatu in Benue State. Very sad incident there. We are worried over security situation in Nigeria, Germany tells Senate. And then moving on to other conversations, alleged 109.4 billion naira fraud. How EFCC deceived me to confess, ex-AGF Idris, former Accountant General of the Federation, said EFCC is the one that deceived me to confess, so I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. All right. Shelve 2027 ambition. Allow younger people to run. But the judge tells Atiku Abubakar. Tinubu's government.
So you're responsible like Badabi and Milabi.
Okay. Tinubu's government shuts down the exchange centers in Abuja to save face. Lagos market in panic mode. This is another report. And there's this report about a Christian man who flees home, goes into hiding in Nigeria's Katsina State over alleged blasphemy in Facebook post. An angry mob burnt his house and his car right now because of it. He said he converted because of, he found one religion important than the other according to the teaching. So I don't know. But that's it. And then the Minister of Power, the Minister of Power is saying power plants are operating below 25% capacity. So that is 25%. That is quarter to quench. That's how they're operating. So very soon they may just sleep totally again. And then your aviation minister is saying that international airports were just built without plan. They were just built anyhow. No master plan at all. And then Bayo Ononuga and the presidency is saying that journalists, you people are the reason why insecurity is sounding this way. You people should not be reporting bad things. Manage the reports that you report about insecurity. And then, did I tell you, Tinubu decries labeling of Nigeria as cybercrime corruption hub. Say, why will people be labeling Nigeria cybercrime hub and this kind of thing? Why will people label us like this? Well, let me take phone calls. Hello, good evening.
Hi, Precious.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah,
I've
this is
your
Remy.
mic. Remy, you're welcome.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah. Good evening, Oga Darlington. Yeah. Let me start from Sowore. I think he's trying to be mischievous, same as the way APC had been saying it, claiming Obi also said he was going to remove subsidy. Obi stated how he was going to do it, and the truth is still there on Twitter. I'll send it to you.
No, we are aware.
So for him to say that, it either is trying to sound like the APC or something else. Maybe he has done the train too. Who knows? Everyone has a price till you get. So it's so unfortunate to hear someone like him who claimed to be a revolutionist of sorts sounding like the ruling party, despite knowing the fact because he claims to be a journalist, and journalists should work with information out there with facts. So for him to be saying this, there must be a reason for him to say that. Obi seemed to be like the only opposition to everybody. He wasn't the only one contested. So why are all of them against him? Why are all of them, from Kwakwanso to the rest, including Sowore, who claim to be neutral in all of this? It's so shameful.
All right, thank you.
That's by the side.
All right.
The case of what's his name? Bayo Ononuga. I think they're playing the same card as the lad administration, telling the media not to put out the daily happenings. You guys didn't cook up the story. You're only reporting what happened. So news is all about the event that plays out on daily basis. So if they don't want you guys to report negative news, they should stop it from happening. It's as simple as that.
Right,
they shouldn't tell you not to report daily happenings.
Thank you.
Lastly,
thank you.
The case of
I think you've spoken well. Let's quickly
Okay.
take other people's thoughts now. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I appreciate you, Remy. Hello, good evening to you. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Are you there? Good evening to you. Okay, for some reasons I can't hear you. Good evening. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay. Good evening. All right. If you can you hear me? Good evening.
My name is Joshua calling from Sowore.
You're welcome. Go ahead, Joshua.
So what I want to say is that I do believe that there's a policy that Nigeria's leaders are using, which I know is Naira. So it's an economic statement, which means never allow the Igbos to rule again. So the thing is that they are working hand to hand, doing their things together. They don't want to allow Peter Obi to breathe or to even have the space. They are just doing things with their own favor to embezzle enough money for their personal and selfish uses. So that's all I have to say.
I can't hear you.
Hello, good evening.
What is this? I can't hear him.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, Mr. Tony Chukwu,
Hello?
you're welcome. Yes, please.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening, Tony. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Precious, beautiful one. I joined the time Mr. Darlington was, his voice was a bit high. But what I had there was, I think it has to do with the insecurity. There's something I came across in the morning of a video clip where the police were addressing something that happened somewhere, and the people behind it were the policemen. So if what Mr. Darlington was trying to say about the insecurity, the little that I didn't get the whole thing, all I know, as I have saying it, is that there are people behind it. If what that clip that I saw, that the police went to the bank, or that bank not release money, this is what they could have been doing, and then the whole thing will stop. They trace where the money was paid into from a POS, and they told the bank to stop. From there, they arrested the people who wanted to withdraw. These are the simple things that the police will do. All this thing that is going on can be traced, because those money are being transferred, paid into an account, and somebody in the bank or somewhere is behind all these things. Then coming to the one of you talked about the currency. It was in the morning. I think the pounds went somewhere around in the morning 1,900 and something. Then you said that it was not coming down. All of a sudden, around coming towards midday, the thing dropped again to 1,000.
Okay, I didn't notice the drop down. I was actually worried in the morning when it was getting higher too, and I was wondering. Thank you.
So.
you.
But the other day I told you before Valentine to go up to 2,000, but
God
we are not yet towards that.
God,
so
it's not our portion. It's not our portion.
Sorry?
It's not our portion.
Nobody is taking the portion, but the people that created it have already made it so, and people are suffering concerning that. And the worst part of it is, if you want to do something in Nigeria and they told you the price, now you say, okay, tomorrow the price changes. So the same way is affecting the people back home is also affecting the people outside.
Thank you.
And then coming to the one that what's his name, Sowore said, Sowore or something, Mr. Sowore said, please let us stop. Let them, some of them, stop all this thing. P2B stated how he is going to do things. In the Western world, when they want to roll out something, they will first try it within a certain region.
I wonder.
You can't just outrightly. The people, Nigerians are suffering. Do you know the people that are happy, that are enjoying it? Is the bank, the IMF. They are the one praising Tinubu.
Okay. But are the ones who advise that we also remove subsidy and float and they advise some of the policies that we economic policies right now.
They are blaming him now for the hardship.
No, they are not blaming him. They actually lauded the.
I said they are blaming him for what is going on in the country now.
They could blame him for insecurity.
The Germans are blaming him because the Germans want to invest. So if there is an insecurity there, when they send their personnel there, the personnel can be kidnapped.
I'm glad you know about it. And you know it's about investment because it was because of the Siemens deal. That's why. So
yeah. So anything they do there, it will still affect them. So there is consign there, and the whole thing comes back to what everybody has been saying. You can't go out there trying to woo investors when you have not put your country in a stable condition, in terms of security. So all these things that is going, none of them will come. Even Nigerians themselves are afraid. The Nigerians outside the country are talking about the insecurity. Then think of the Westerners to come in there. I told you I was in Nigeria. I know what I saw there.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. We'll have to go now. All right, so let's go to WhatsApp and take a few reactions on WhatsApp. Adigbo Igadidiji says, I think we have been here before. Same pattern of insecurity, corruption, nepotism, killings, deaths, presidential traveling, sending condolences messages from outside the country, mourning and failed promises on how to rejuvenate the economy, etc. I think we have been here before. Looks like a deja vu, right?
Yeah, of course.
The question is, how are we going to live where we are? To a place where we hope to be.
They wait for 2 weeks, then they'll start again.
So he says, unfortunately, we keep using the same pattern, same people, same style, and same approach, same excuses that over the years has not yielded anything positive. Why do we do that? What it means is that we are going to remain where we are without solution if we keep doing the same thing. And then this here says, Precious, an old G, Mr. Darlington, he say, cool temper. They want you to report like journalists in Russia and China. This is the issues when elected officials who cannot distinguish between democracy and dictatorship. Nigerians, be wise. When you see 100 people died, please report and allow them to suck up the ignorance. Okay, Faulkner sent in that message. And Emmanuel from Ikorodu says, Bayo Onanuga should be ashamed of himself. If he can come to public and say this, he will be surprised on how people will. Okay. Say the Gustonam if you're talking for public. Why now? Madam P, my name is Jeriel King. This is one of Buhari's shoe Tinubu talked about on Twitter. Tinubu's government will soon ban social media because of most of the things that you guys get on social media. That's what you've said. And okay, Mayor from Ekota says, wonder shall never end. Imagine how some people are very, very funny. So these members went all out during Good Luck regime. That's APC members went all out during Good Luck's regime. Even the current president in 2014 in Ojota held the country to ransom for good 1 week until they achieved their objective and removed Good Luck from office. Please, APC, you must report you people. So that's what you said. Mayor, how far now? Why did you like this? Okay, facts, Precious. You send me a picture of loaf of bread. Say these inept and self-centered please came into power. We used to buy this particular bread 250 naira and 300 naira. I just bought this bread now 1,600 away. And the seller told me that by next week it will add more money. Is it that the sycophants is it that they don't eat bread or gari that's now 2,300 per pint? He say, okay, you talk to people you go blame. Make I just leave them out of this conversation for now. Precious, tell me a saner country that would have this old people. Gosh, Emperor, let's leave this matter. Let me go and take calls here. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening, Precious. How are you?
Good evening, Mr. Ola. Welcome, sir. I'm fine, thank you.
Good evening, my darling thing.
Yeah, my Ola, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you, sir. Can you permit me to say something, Mr. Darlington?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Precious,
Sir?
I think I want to repeat what I've told you before about this Naira. Let me tell you how it works. If they generate like 20 billion to the economy, as far as we are not producing anything, as far as we are not exporting anything, there's no way Naira can peak.
Exactly.
Two, whenever they generate any dollar in the system, the whole Naira these people who have been piling somewhere, they will be calling each other. Darlington, Precious, available dollar is around. Bring your Naira and change it.
Exactly.
I saw this the Naira this morning dropped. After 3 hours, again dollar pick up. No matter how they generate dollar into the system, as far as these people concerned, they will share the dollar. The remaining one is for populists. It's not for everybody. Precious. God bless GOP. I can't say more than that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless you too.
Is this sustainable?
God bless you too. Hello, good evening to you.
That's the word.
Yes, good evening. Good evening. Are you there? We lost you. Apologies. All right. So this message here did say, please allow Barrister, you see, Sister Precious, please allow Barrister Darlington to speak. Please, the man is saying the truth. God will bless him. Paulinus from Isola sent in that. President Buhari invites Van. He's saying something about okay, here. Then this here says they invited bandits to Nigeria to make good luck government to look bad. Now see what is going on. He said as it is now, Nigeria is like a sheep without shepherd. No, now Satiba from Ishari sent in that message. Okay. What Nigeria is going through today, it's happened under PDP. I think they would have been nothing like Nigeria again.
Of course.
My name is Fred from Ikeja. See, if it happened under PDP, right? Precious.
Of course.
Were you not under duress to vote President Tinubu and the APC to power? Now, they have coaxed him to go on private visit to France. They coaxed him on the private visit. Hold on. You guys, just stop, please. And then UC from Ijeoma says, whoever that says that P2B would have done the same thing President Tinubu did as regards the removal of fuel subsidy is not being sincere. During this campaign, their campaign, P2B was on television saying how he will do it, but he did not. But we did not hear President Bola Ahmed Tinubu say anything about how he will do it. So please, let's just face facts. That's what you said. And then this says, Mr. Darlington and Precious, good evening. It seems that the insecurity is intentional from the federal, from any arm to destabilize the country, to distract us from the subsidy scenario that we're going through too. Donald from Okeafa sent in that. And this is beautiful sister. I am not at home right now, but will be watching and listening using my handsets. Greetings to my erudite barrister Darlington. Thank you, handsome brother. Okay. And then this here says, Prince from Ilasa says, good evening to the house that gave us a voice. Precious, every time they are saying subsidy, which nonsense subsidy are they even talking about? The same subsidy they said they removed, which is a scam. Okay, we're going back to that time subsidy was removed by President Muhammadu Buhari. And okay, so Remy actually sends me a tweet that P2B tweeted, speaking on how he's going to remove subsidy, where he said, we will reduce the subsidy cost by over 50%. We will support local refining for domestic use and priced strictly in Nigeria. And priced strictly in Naira. Once we tackle insecurity and farmers' returns to farms, our food production will go up and inflation will come down through reduced food prices. With removal of subsidy, effectively reduce corruption to minimum level, reduce bloated cost of governance, and above all, support and incentivize export to stabilize the currency exchange rate. it will be said so. So
okay.
That's what he said.
Since
And
they
he
had
said that
this
that's what he
Precious,
said.
please. Since APC had this in from P2P, have they implemented any of them? Please, somebody should answer me. This thing that this man said, have they implemented any of them?
So it's the same idea, minor differences.
Which minor differences?
I'm just saying same subsidy removal, but minor differences.
Tinubu remove it in one fell swoop. He said by 50%. Is that not what I even suggested here myself?
Barrister Lenny, someone is on the line. Can we take his call? Hello, good evening. Sir.
Hello.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome.
This is Ijeoma from Sowore.
Ijeoma, you're welcome.
Now, whether economy, security, or whatever issues we have in Nigeria is a system problem, like I keep saying. The only issue is that we need to have somebody who has the motive to change the system. He has to start somewhere. Now, everything and the system now is fueled by corruption. Whether insecurity, economy, everything is corruption. Now, some people will say that it's because we don't export enough. That's why we don't make much earnings. It's part of it, but to me, it's a minute part of it. Other things are causing the unsteady nature of the naira versus the dollar and other currencies. The worst of all now is the profligacy in the politicians is equally part of it. The governors and other people money now use dollar as a store value. You still billions, both palm sec, everybody now steal millions of naira, billion, trillions. They convert dollar for several reasons. Probably if you put in the Nigerian account, it will be flagged by politicians who want to track you or the system. So the best thing is to buy up the dollars and store it. And when they buy the dollar, they don't bring it back into circulation for the Nigerian government to use for foreign exchange. So it makes the thing very scarce. So that's the problem. As far as there's this corruption, anybody who steals billion, like if somebody steals 10 trillion now, 10 billion now, he'll convert it to dollars. He won't put it into any account so that it doesn't get flagged or it doesn't get traced. So these are the issues. Even the kidnappers will be, when they get ransom in naira, they want to go and convert to dollar. So this is the issue. There's every pressure on the dollar outside outside that of the petrodollar and other things for importation of crude oil. So we have issues. Our problem is systemic. Corruption is dealing with us seriously. Everybody wants to take something out of the system and nobody wants to put something in the system. That's why in Nigeria now, Nigeria is so bankrupt, but about 10 people in Nigeria, okay, let me not exaggerate, 20 can come out and comfortably pay all our debts without shaking. Take it to the bank. That's the truth. So everybody, individuals are very rich, but the country is impoverished, hemorrhaging seriously financially. Thank you for now.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right. So this message here says, good evening. It's coming from Sahid in Barwa. It says, I laughed when I listened to your report credited to Bayo Onanuga. Are they trying to gag the press? If they feel embarrassed, then they should be man enough to tell their boss to wake up to his responsibilities. Oh, so he wanted to enjoy leisures of the office and not ready to work like his predecessor? Okay, this calamity will soon consume. It will not consume us in Jesus' name. It will not consume anybody. Biko, let me pray for us. And then Chukwu Emeka from First Access Precious. Do we have people special to pick their calls? Because I tried 40 times. Please, you don't. It says every day from 6 a.m. till 9 p.m. I'm so sorry. Chukwu Emeka, that is not the case. If you see the number of calls I receive, my eyes have sometimes used to turn me. You don't understand. We don't have, because I don't even know you. I don't know most of the people who call. So how can I select calls? Please. Sorry, yeah? Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
The most precious.
As precious as they come. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's Remy, right? That's Remy. Remy, they say I'm choosing call. Remy, tell them that sometimes you try too and you don't. Do you try sometimes and we don't pick your calls?
Me, where they pray, I have to fast today to get through.
Sorry.
No, I mean, I understand. I understand. Yes, sir.
I said you call once in a red moon. I will report you to elders.
But no, I try a lot of times, though. But now when my luck click.
Okay, you're welcome.
You see, we talk and talk, and it appears that nothing is changing. However, I'm going to encourage my fellow comrades, don't stop talking, please. Because, you know, the devil is one of the most patient figure in the world. Devil can be patient for 30 years to kill one person.
Exactly.
You remember that stories of one lady who waited for 10 years to kill her friend because then the fight over man. You remember that story?
Exactly.
So I think we should not surrender to these people. And I'll tell you why. After the match and all of that, I felt great, and I felt that, oh, I'm done with these people. But when I saw Peter Obi going out to visit the poor, reaching out to the broken-hearted, doing what Bola Tinubu could not do, I was encouraged that, look, we've got to fight it all. Now, Precious,
sir,
there is a British MP. Up until last year, he was a cabinet minister. He just like equivalent of Kiyama and all of that. So he deliberately, voluntarily left the government because he could not pay his mortgage. Okay, because he could not the mortgage he could pay it. And the law is a serving minister. I'm not allowed to pick side hustle. So my man just left cabinet, Federal Executive Council, just to reduce himself to backbencher in order to be able to take side hustle so he can pay for his mortgage. Why I'm saying this is that politics is not where people make money. It is where people go and impact life, leave name for themselves. Please, this culture of rich money, don't just we need to make our society work to a point where one idiot not just bring money, unexplainable wealth, and start blowing it around, and we don't care. And corruption is the root of all of this problem. And sadly, we don't see anything changing with these guys in charge. And that's why individually, be on alert, speak, talk, whatever they do, evil can never thrive over good, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you, Remy.
They will be defeated. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So let's go to a few more messages, then we'll go to YouTube because we have lots of messages waiting for us on YouTube too. Chukwemeka from First, like, you can keep trying to call us. Honestly, we do not pick, we don't have special people that we take calls from. Precious, you are still in this matter. God will help you. I'll soon come and marry you from that station. Ex-Ben from Abuja. Oh, Ex-Ben, no. Right now, I don't even think I can make wife material again. My number of yards have reduced. Precious, the problem you have is that you don't understand English very well. I will send you that P2B, what P2B said about how he will remove subsidy in French language, which is your native language as a Cameroonian that you are. I know you will appreciate it more. I think you see what your people are doing to me, Barrister Darlington.
They are your people.
Please, I don't have strength to fight today.
They are your people.
No energy today. Come back tomorrow, please. I don't have. In fact, for this week, I've exhausted. I've finished my threshold of energy. It's gone. So, Precious. Precious. I watched Obi live on television when he said subsidy will not last a day after sworn in. Sowore was 100% correct about the three leading candidates. Nobody should defend what we all know as truth. Obi is not coming to govern Nigeria with his own money. He must remove subsidy to even pay salary before he can get even talk of any project, right? That's what you said. I said we are talking about Nigeria here, not Anambra. Olu from Badagry sent in that message. And then Mayor from Ikoto says again that, please, Precious, help us tell the man that built Lagos to build Nigeria. We are told that our president is chartered accountant by profession, and Chicago students still we are here in this kind of situation that we are now. He said, make a stop on here. I'm not talking further. And Sowore is confused, man. That's what Chuks Igwe said. And this says, good evening, Precious and Darlington. They called for debate. Some candidates said they don't want other candidates to steal their manifestos. Relax. This is the manifesto we are going to enjoy for 4 years. Nigeria 2027 manifesto is already here. Welcome to the change that you asked for. Ezekiel from Ejibo sent in that. And he says, Precious, if anyone would join me to commit all enemies of Nigeria called politicians to their early, they will not. Okay, Harry Ogada from Palm Grove. I see your message, but I can't read all of it. Forget prayer, Precious. Religion is what is killing the country. If we don't work to succeed, no amount of prayer will bring dollars down and other social vices. Ifeanyi Godwin from Ijego sent in that message.
No, he's wrong.
See, prayer will not work.
No, it will. He's wrong. With 4.6 billion naira. Yes, now NSA they released the 4.6 billion naira for prayers against insecurity. What makes you do that with that kind of money? All they needed is to add more money. Yes, let them add more money. Okay. Then Remi Tinubu will be the
hello, good evening to President to have a call. Hello, good evening to you.
Must work.
Hello. I think you're not ready to talk with us. So let's go to YouTube now. Perhaps I'll start from the bottom to top, not top to bottom. He says the hate from this Sowore against Peter Obi has to another level. Does it mean he had nothing else to say aside attacking Peter Obi? We want freedom. Okay, Lovett says that means you too would have done the same thing. Sowore, that's what it means. Kene Ezike says, okay, I think I have to start from a certain place now to understand. He said Dangote is buying crude oil from the USA because the Nigerian crude oil is already used as collateral to pay some of our debts. That's Tony Chukudi. Chooks Igwe says Sowore is he's a confused man. Obi Dave says, Precious, please make this public. Under the bridge coming from Costain and going to Festac or alighting to Surulere. What happened there? Let's see if I can see that your message where you said that. What happened there? Obi Dave. What happened? Okay, so say Pretty Precious or Ogada LinkedIn. Nigeria is secular. Will nobody turn around in Jesus' name? Wow, how the politicians share the dollars and that's the country. Is that kind of thing? Is it normal? That's what you said. So Obidiv says, he said, Darlington, please, some guys at that Costain Bridge that link to Igomu Bridge and to Eric Moore are stopping people that they are traffic officers. Are they robbing them? Please, if they are, let us know so we can escalate it.
By what time of the day?
Perhaps we just call. This is already almost 8:30 p.m. So we can call the attention of the security agencies.
Call 112 now. Let them go.
So please, yes, you can call 112 and at so escalating. Now we do hope that the appropriate police authority would have heard it and they will do something about it as soon as possible. Wingate Facility says the dollar will continue to rise to the naira cause Nigeria is not earning money coming into foreign reserves due to oil thieves. Who are these thieves? Why can't we not catch them? Why can't we catch them? That's the question. All right.
That is this.
Hello, good evening.
That has been my question.
Please, when you call, help me turn off the volume of your radio set now. Please.
Hello, Precious.
Sir?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, this Antonio Nasike from Sowore.
You're welcome, Anthony.
Yeah, Mr. Darlington, I don't know.
There were my brother.
Please, what I want to confirm something. They say maybe during Jonathan, a girl of 14 or 13 years that came from Biden that time, the APC people used to campaign against Jonathan. They say, I want to know that girl name. I forgot because from one of these Arab countries. Because I've been thinking about it, and let me leave that matter because I don't. When I now, I'll call you. This Sowore or whatever, I know that I know there's something that makes him to say that thing because he wants to dance of APC. Because when Tinubu said that thing, at least he made it clear to everybody. He said he will remove subsidy, but there's a way he will remove it. This will fight against Jonathan 2012 at Ojota year. At least Tinubu was aware of everything. Now look at the way he did it and everything. So my sister. Thank you very much. Why I called is because of that girl, but I don't remember her name again.
Malala Yusuf.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The Pakistani girl who was campaigning against girl education.
All right. So this is Hello Precious. Good evening to you. Andy, waiting governor from Mafaluko says, please, Precious, help me tell Bayo Adanuga to go and sit down and manage his age. The only way Nigeria will have peace is to return. Okay. All right. I appreciate you. Thank you. You hailed VOP. Thank you. I appreciate you once more. Thank you. But I'm not reading all your messages. I'm sure you understand. Luwa Sheyarema says, where is the Yoruba leader? They all keep quiet now because, because na their own they dear. He don't reach our time. Fulani killing two monarch in Ekiti State. Oluwa Sheyarema, we don't have politician in Nigeria. We only have.
I'm telling you.
Okay, that's what you said.
I'm telling you. To make matters worse, Afenifere have just removed Adebanjo as their leader. You know, this is a man who have been showing them the way, but because he doesn't tell lies, he doesn't pamper evil. They now removed him, say he's no longer their leader, and go back to the man who have retired.
All right. Let's take this call.
Hello, good evening, Precious.
Yes,
good evening, Mr. Good evening, Mr. Daniel. Darlington, sorry. Yeah, I'm Kingsley here, calling from US. It's very, very unfortunate when I listen to our people thinking that that's what one Igbo proverb they said. You know, we are looking at the kind of calibers of politicians we voted in. We are expecting a positive change. It's not going to work, you know. And the issue is that these guys have so much money. They have almost 80% of Nigerian resources in their pocket. So how are you going to improve your economy? It doesn't going to work. So the only thing is that we are going to do now is try to be talking like the last caller said, talking that good thing, bad thing can never override good thing. We should be talking. Let them be shameful to themselves. Let them be ashamed of themselves. So they will be ashamed and leave. But you see, these guys, they are not ashamed. What they are doing. You see a grown-up man, he will come out on national television and be like talking like a child. Like somebody said about this 3 billion loan and be serving is going to put down crude oil of $12 billion and $3 billion. Against $3 billion, it doesn't make sense, you know. I know some of them are educated, but I'm not seeing them as if they are not educated at all. Common sense is not common. Nigeria is not going to work if these kind of people are still around the corridors of power. It's not going to work. Thank you so much. That's all I want to say.
All right, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
I want to. You see this Sowore thing. Let us even interrogate it.
Okay.
If somebody tells you as a grown-up man for you to go and jump into a river, won't you know the depth of the river? Ask yourself, can I swim? Before you will even listen to what the person is saying. Is that not the first thing you do? You came into government. All you needed to look at the books, see what is feasible and what is not feasible. Why is it that everybody is using this subsidy to blackmail Obi? You that have gone to power, you have seen it. Did Obi put a gun on your neck and say you must remove it? Are you not the one that choose to remove it the way you? Okay, did you not reverse yourself when you discover that you have made a mistake? He went to France and told them that something come over him before he made that statement, that it was not his original statement. Is that not what Tinubu told us? So why is everybody referring to Obi? Is Obi in power?
But he also did say that he deserves Guinness World Record. But he did also say he deserves Guinness World Record for hitting the ground running, for implementing policy even from his swearing in.
That's what I'm telling. Hold on. What I'm saying that why are they always referring to this subsidy thing when none of them have come to interrogate the subsidy itself? We were all here when they invited the Otedola and Wale Tinubu, the National Assembly, to come and tell them this subsidy thing. They said no, there is no subsidy, that they did not collect any money. They only asked them to help them to bring oil inside Nigeria. They said it. Nobody. You see, I hate it when people are trying to be mischievous. The truth is there. Nobody wants to touch it. I have said it. Let them come and tell me how they are subsidizing our own crude. The crude we get somebody to refine for us. What is the subsidy there? Please. Am I not making sense? Maybe I'm the one who doesn't know what I'm saying. Why is it that nobody have interrogated this subsidy thing? It is our crude that we gave them. Refine it, then give us. There are so many other byproducts from this crude. You can take it. Give us the PMS and diesel and jet. We can make do with that. The other thing is, do they return it to us? No. So what are you subsidizing?
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Darlington.
In fact, I don't understand.
Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, please. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This is Kerry from Switzerland.
Kerry, you're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. My greetings to.
Oh, the apologies. We lost Kerry there. All right, so we'll be taking a quick breather now. When we come back, we'll go straight to our step-down conversation, and we'll have an area of conversations we could have on our step-down this evening. But I don't even know which of them that we'll even talk about right now. So, Barrister Darlington, as men, I hear that you people say that cheating is your DNA.
That what?
That men say that men say that cheating is in your DNA. That telling a man not to cheat is like telling him not to live.
And the world cannot go around without.
Yay! So you agree?
Well, I agree. Are you not the one that?
All right, Lagos.
Are you not the one that are tempting us?
Hey, Lagos. That's a step down conversation. Is it correct? Is it correct that men is just? That cheating is as a result of the genetical nature of a man or of men. That there's something that they cannot help the situation. It is how they are formed.
Lagos say we should come and multiply. The 8 billion people you see on earth today, is it not our product?
Let me rush to break. My ears alone cannot hear this. After this break, Lagos will be right back.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
When you are shagging a girl, a man will always cheat like you don't come. When you are shagging a girl, your mind is still with your woman. Cheating is part of cheating is a man will always cheat like you don't come. When you are shagging a girl, your mind is still with your woman. Cheating is part of cheating is men's nest skin. Whether you like it or not, you call it cheating. It's their nest skin. No matter how you even like marry AI. Maybe you have to. Maybe in your generation, maybe you have to marry AI. You understand? A program machine that doesn't have blood in his veins. You understand? That would be your husband that you keep. So sit down, moving on. Don't go out. When you go out, don't toast. Make sure you see any woman, don't go. When you see them, don't go out. Don't collect number. Just go home. Come back, walk, do it, cry and go, church.
So do you think is chasing the wind when a woman is trying to make a man faithful to her?
Yeah, she wants to live alone for the rest of her life.
So what you heard is actually correct. An honest and sincere opinion of a man. Leave me, I'm not going to name him. Shebi said that he's correct. That he's speaking on behalf of all the men in Nigeria.
What to know where he's coming from?
He's a comedian. His name is Babati. He's the one that said it. So he said that the one that shocked me, he said that cheating is a man's next skin. That is, it is next to your skin. Dozie, I want you in this conversation. You just got married newly now. Come and enter the microphone and come and talk this. Go and set yourself and appear in this camera now. Go and set yourself and come here so that you put yourself in this conversation. Barrister Darlington.
Let me validate it.
Hey!
Show me that place in the Bible where it is said that a woman can divorce the husband for cheating or for infidelity.
But there is somewhere in the Bible that they said that a man can divorce the wife for cheating.
For infidelity,
so wait, Barrister Darlington. Calm down. So it is written in the Bible that a man can divorce his wife for infidelity. But the woman cannot divorce the man for infidelity.
It is not permitted for a woman to cheat. That's what the Bible is telling you.
But it is permitted for a man to cheat.
Because of God gave us an assignment. And you know that assignment cannot be complete if you talk like this.
Dozie, come and get into this conversation, please. Dozie, please, I need you. Come and get into this conversation. Dozie, I need you to get into this conversation. So Dozie, you just got married, right? Tell us, is it true that it is impossible for a man not to cheat? You know, your wife is listening, and you're a newlywed. Oh yeah, go ahead and tell us. Is it true?
Well, I can't say because, like you said, I'm new to it. But for now,
so your body has not started doing you cheat yet.
For now,
they say cheating is a man's next skin. That it is like your like the next of you guys. That you guys are just.
When I get, Mr. Darlington,
he's advanced.
So many years of experience. So for now, with the newbies, we still, still want to take time and.
But your gender. Do you believe it's true, or you're just being political with the truth?
Okay.
Do you think it's possible for you as a man to be faithful to one woman?
It's possible, but it's very difficult, to be honest.
Yay!
But it's possible. I said it's possible,
but it's very difficult. So do you think it's easier for the women to be faithful?
Because what? Let me tell you why. One, when the woman is nursing a baby,
so what happens to her?
She will be nursing a baby.
So she will be nursing a baby, and she doesn't have rights to have body movement because she's nursing a baby.
Meanwhile, my water tank is filled up.
Which water tank is filled up? Well, let me open phone line Lagos 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 9039. Hello, good evening. Hello, sir.
I try as much as possible to avoid the politics. Yeah, because
you were waiting for step down. Prince Akwachi. Is it Prince Akwachi?
This is the one
you're interested in.
I want to speak on. This is Prince.
Okay, you're welcome.
Truly speaking, the man is not speaking for me. However, there is some truth in what he said.
That is, you're just being economical with the truth now. That is somehow he said your mind, but you don't want to say that he said your mind. Okay.
God,
it all depends. One thing with people, right? There is, the difference between cheating
and philandering.
Being nice.
Oh,
you understand?
So when you how do you get nice with another woman?
Jesus Christ.
No, don't bring Jesus into this matter. Oh God, Jesus is innocent. Sir.
As a man, there is that soft side that God gave us. You understand? It's just like a girl walking up to you and asking for something. There is a high tendency that you as a man will give it. I'm not talking about the sexual aspect of it, or that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying in essence is a girl could come to you and say, "Oh, I need so and so money. Can you give it to me?"
That one is not cheating. No, Prince Akwachi.
That you give it to the person.
Leave that in now. You know what we're talking about. You want to lead us astray. I know that why are you behaving like this? You know what we're talking about. Is it correct that men are synonymous with cheating? Really, that is your nature.
You know what? Let me put it like this. Enyendeba.
Hey, we just brother. Hey,
that's all I can say for now.
Aro, thank you. Are you serious?
Without men, there will be no red light district anywhere.
Which one is red light district again? Which one is red light district?
We are the one keeping that thriving business up and there.
Which is red light business?
Red light. Any city where you go and there is no red light.
I beg. Let me take messages. Kenezike says.
Men that patronize them.
Kenezike says that Dozier will be home earlier tonight. If you go apologize to him, what did happen? I said, laugh my head out. GP Tank. Fisher Amajikudumi says, Mr. Darlington, I do agree with you because me self. They do but I'm taking good care of whom. Fisayo, is it your real name? Because you are now confessing openly to cheating on your wife. Fisayo. Annie Emeka says, first of all, everyone have a choice on how to live their life. And Mr. Darlington, I want to say for the first time, you're wrong here. Joseph, the father, the FF of Jesus Christ, is the father of Jesus Christ, is a man. Cheating is a choice, and it's against the law. Kenezike says, Prince, drop this call before you implicate yourself. Prince Akwachi, before you hook yourself on neck now. Fisher says, Madam Precious, this seems to be like set up to expose us women. Oh, I can't love you less. So thank you. Hello, good evening to you. Hello. Are you there? Good evening. You're keeping quiet now. We cannot keep quiet in this conversation. Hello, good evening. All right, hello, good evening to you. Please help me turn up the volume of your radio set. Yes, evening and welcome. Why you calling a stammer? Oga, focus. Sorry. You just called me and you're doing Do you want to tell us yes or no?
My name is
Divine, welcome. Ongwa, tell us. Is it true?
I disagree with you.
Okay, thank you.
He said
he disagree with him. This one that you had to stammer before disagreeing. Or the Kwama. Why do you disagree?
Be sincere.
Go ahead.
When you are married, you're supposed to have control over yourself.
Tell them.
If you start to have control over yourself, you will remain around. If you don't have control, I've married for many years now. I've not cheated on my wife, and I'm not intending to. And I know some men who have cheated their wife and will not do that. So
it's a choice. So you do not agree that it is a man thing. Okay, sir.
Yes, I said yes. And listen, at times because you're a man, the thoughts or whatever it is may come, but because you have control over yourself, you have to control it because you expect the wife to be simple. You expect the wife not to cheat.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So that we'll take other calls. A lot of people are trying to reach us. Thank you.
You don't have money to be generous with some ladies.
So generosity leads to cheating. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, now. That is the main thing.
So you have to be generous with them.
This cheating has helped some destinies.
How?
What are you telling me?
Brother Darlington, let me take a few responses.
How many students that have been put in school through
cheating? Are you serious?
Yes, those sugar daddies that are
all the maristo,
they're not helping. They are helping families.
So you're helping futures. You're building. You're raising a community. Exactly. Because they say if you train a girl child, you train a community. Are you serious? You're investing in lives. All right, let me take a few reactions. Prince from Ilasa says, "Precious, I can't keep eating rice alone now. I need to try a combination of rice, beans, and spaghetti. This is the case. I don't rest my case, Precious. Come back here. Don't rest that case. Where are you running to? Precious and Darlington, I think it depends on individual. That statement is not correct about men because I know a lot of married men that are faithful to their wife. You may say before marriage, I will agree to that. But after marriage and mostly in my family, I witness a lot of fidelity in my elderly men. They are all married. This is their Precious. Good evening. Cheating is not a man's thing. I totally disagree with you on this. So it takes self-control to be one woman's man. Tell them, like I have been married for over a decade and I have deliberately not slept with another woman. It saves your spirituality and it saves you mentally because having sex with other women is a spiritual commitment. Sammy from United States sent in that message. They say you're not nice. So it's only nice guys that sleep.
Let me tell them. The only sin, God, the Bible said it, God said it clearly. The sin against the father can be forgiven. The sin against the son can be forgiven. But the sin against the Holy Spirit cannot be forgiven.
So cheating is not a sin against the Holy Spirit.
How is it? What concerns Holy Spirit?
So that means it's a sin, but you'll be forgiven. So shall we not continue in sin that grace may abound?
Who is sent here?
So anybody that is righteous should throw the first one.
All have sinned and come short of His glory.
They say you go home early today so you can explain to your wife your message.
All come short of His glory. We are all living by the mercy and grace of God. All of us.
So because we have all sinned, we should just continue in the sin. All right.
You won't even know when you will.
Barrister Darlington, let me take more reactions.
You know that looking at a woman is a sin according to the Bible. All of us would have sinned now. Just looking at how we have not done anything.
Hello, good evening to you.
What is anybody telling me?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Darlington.
Good evening, my brother.
I really appreciate you people for turning the table today.
Thank you.
Politicians, we are no more interested in their...
just go ahead and contribute in the conversation, sir. Go ahead, please.
Now, Precious, can a woman marry two husbands?
Yes, so they do it. There's something called polyandry.
Yes.
At a time.
There is something called polyandry. In fact, there's a woman in the United States that got married to about 3-4 men by herself, and she's having kids with all of them, and they're living together, cohabiting well.
Of course, you need to choose your own date.
Nigeria.
It doesn't have to. It's cheating a Nigerian thing. We're talking about cheating generally, sir.
David married how many in the Bible? And it's one of the most notable prophets we have seen in the Bible.
Okay, so bottom line, you say that it is possible. You support Darlington.
I support Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Darlington. You the carry vote, I don't win if she are plenty. Thank you, sir. Good evening, welcome. Solomon, Uncle Mwaya, he's among. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
You're welcome. Yes. Please go ahead. What's your name, sir?
Thank you. Ihan from Sowore.
Ihan, you go ahead.
I want
very
to comment
quickly.
on this.
Very
yes,
quickly,
let me be fast.
Okay.
Barrister Darlington, I respect your opinion in every other thing, but in this area,
you beg to differ.
I don't think
thank you for joining my club. Thank you.
Yes, you have your area of strength, but this is not your area of strength.
They say man and woman matter not be your area of strength. They say you should concentrate on national affairs.
But yes, let me start cancelling his initial submissions.
Okay, go ahead.
He said that a man is allowed to do it that way. Women are not allowed. That is scripturally written. When the people,
the volume of your radio set is actually high, so we're having.
When Jesus said that if you have not done, cast the first stone. Why didn't he say, since that the man should go free and then they should cast stone on the woman? Why didn't he exempt the man since he's the custodian or he is the Lord himself?
Prostitute.
A man that sleeps with how many women? Is a professional what? What is the name for him? That is what I'm telling you. A man that has many women is a professional what?
Hold on. That Jesus Christ knew that they are guilty of. That means he.
Because they are guilty because they sleep with different women too. It's the same thing. A woman that is a prostitute and a man that has many relationships is the same thing. That's what the Bible is trying to say here.
No.
Now, what I want to say now again is that
she's doing her job.
Spiritually,
the man too is doing his job because he said it's a man's word now.
We are talking about cheating, no? We are talking.
It's the same thing now. The man is cheating professionally, is he not? It's a professional thing because that's the way the men are.
No, they are not professional cheaters.
Hello, Precious. Hello.
Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. I can hear you. Go ahead. Please.
Yes. So what I'm trying to say is that as a Christian, as stipulated for us, the spirit should control the soul and the body, and not vice versa.
Thank you.
So, in other words, if the spirit person, if he who is joined to the spirit is spirit. So, if the spirit is in charge, it will override the body, and when it overrides the body, it tames the Adamic nature. Mr. Darlington is corroborating for the Adamic nature.
You have spoken for more than 2 minutes. Thank you so much. You don't have time. Thank you. I'm sorry. We have lots of reactions. Barrister Darlington, I want to take responses. Okay, so this message here says, Madam Precious, when our water tank is filled up, what do you think will happen? It is only a well-disciplined and God-fearing man that can escape from the cheating stuff. And the way you ladies dress nowadays is not even helping matters. Are you serious? And this is Kenechiko from Vestac says, men cheat more because of their testosterone. Are you serious? I say also men have more urges than women, so they are likely to cheat more. Not our fault, please. It is my fault. No. You will not take responsibility. Okay, now come and tell me it is my fault. And then this says here that when a man satisfies a woman very, very well, he should be compensated with another one. He should be compensated with 3 women. One good turn deserves another. That's what this year. Why did you not put your name? You would have had the mind to tell me your name now, so that I announce your name to the world, so that women will avoid you. Have the liver to put your name in this conversation. Excuse me. And this says, good evening. Sometimes it's some ladies that cause some men to cheat, but it's not all men that cheat. McAfee is my name. McAfee, I see you. And then this here says, Sister Precious, I agree with Mr. Darlington. Man must not live by bread alone. Even a man after God had King Solomon, he still not live by bread alone. That's what you said. Okay. When are they blame God for everything? And Babbage, you say, Precious, most of the women and wives cause and make their husbands to cheat on them, or you can inquire. Who told you? And he says, and there might be consequences if you teach. She said cheating is distraction, and there may be consequences. And he says, is Mr. Darlington married? If yes, is she listening to this program? Because if she's listening, so we'll go this night. There will be problem this time. But Mr. Darlington, I wish you well in your home front. Precious, there is lust in every man to cheat, except for the man who can control themselves. There is lust in every man. You men believe this? Okay. And then this here says, every rich man cheats. It is only poor men that don't cheat because it takes money to maintain cheating. I'm Obi from 7 and 8. Every rich man. So a man that is poor does not have the right to have erection. So a poor man does not have the right to erection because he's poor.
They are the ones who rape.
Hey.
The poor one.
Okay, I thought they shouldn't have erection at all because they are poor.
They are the one who rape because they don't have money to maintain a girlfriend.
Barrister Darlington said that looking at a woman is a sin. Hope me looking at my precious is not a sin. Nah, you don't enter hell like this. You have committed a lot of sin. He said he's not a part of that national notion, because it's may God forgive us.
Looking at the woman,
Emperor, you have committed the sinners of all sin. Go back, go here and sin no more. Uche from Olodia Papa says, please tell Darlington to control his emotions because he behaves as if cheating has become a norm. He should know that this topic is extremely a serious matter. It's not all women that are prostitutes. He should just behave himself because it's not all men that are womanizer or adulterers. Don't say it. Okay, so this message here says, Precious, I don't understand what your guest, Mr. Darlington, is defending. It's a choice to be disciplined, and I don't see it as a crime. My being faithful to my wife is a personal choice for my sanity as a man. My dear brother, for your pockets too, not just your sanity, because cheating is expensive. Thank you for being a good man. And okay, this is a lot of messages. Say, women are hypertension clinics for men. When I thought I've heard it all, I think I need to take a call before I come back to this message because women are now hypertension clinic to men. Or see, women are hypertension clinic to men. How is that possible? That women are hypertension. Hello, Mr. Ola, good evening. You want to put smart here? As an elder statesman, I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your opinion.
I want to put my toe.
As an elder statesman.
Before I say anything, do you know 80% of men who are cheating, they love their wife more than those people who are calling their wife, oh, I love you, I love you.
You are very correct.
Yes.
But they still cheat.
There was a lady I met one day. I'm not befriending her. She told me that she don't care if her husband is cheating on her. The only concern is you should not bring the lady to the house. Let me tell you this. When I was working in UBA,
Barisola, help me summarize because we don't have time again, Mr. Ola. Sorry.
Okay. I supported Darlington. Because we men are so generous. Sometimes
and you're generous with every part of your body.
Nigeria. She called me. She said, no, you don't even talk to me. I said, no, I'm sending it to you. I don't send it to you to befriend you. If I want to befriend you, I will not send anything to you. The lady was mad. She said, no, so you don't want to talk to me and you're sending money to me. Because I saw it on a Facebook. There's no matter how you and a man living together for at least, or chatting together for maybe 3 weeks or a month, something must come out there. We are generous.
It's not in all cases. Well, thank you for your generosity, sir. Well done, sir. Thank you. Let me run along. Thank you, sir. Okay. All right. So this message says, when men, it says, women are sweeter than money. Even the angels fell in love with a beautiful woman that they got to the earth.
Exactly.
Let alone we flesh and blood. The pressure on man's body cannot be put out by one woman alone. What kind of pressure is in man's body that one woman cannot put out? He says, it has been scientifically proven that by staring at a woman's chest, a man's life is elongated by 5 years. Just staring at Ihanonobi, that's something in front of her. He said it has also been scientifically proven that when a man ejaculates 23 times in a month, he prevents prostate cancer. Hell! Science students have come out from every corner of the world. One woman cannot satisfy a man. Every man have tendency and crave to have more woman. Sam sent in that, are you people serious? And then David Thurman says, when a man aren't equal, and they say men and women are not equal, I said, and they can never be. Cheating is a choice, and a woman cheats more than men. Mostly use the word, it was a mistake as a defense mechanism. Cheating is expensive for men, not for women. Any woman can cheat, but not any man can cheat. That's what he says. And then he says that Barrister 19 is on point. Even a man on death row still has erection.
Of course.
That is, he won't die you. But in here, this thing, maka in here and in also.
Of course now.
They used to have conjugal
visit. Even if there's no woman, that's where you see sodomy. Something must enter somewhere.
Hey, let us close on that note of something. I cannot handle this again. Nigeria, this is the end of the show. Thank you to everyone who's made it a success. We appreciate you. Thanks to everyone who's been part of the show. Do well to join our television station, VOP TV on YouTube. At VOP TV on YouTube, we'll have amazing programmings for you, and we're going to restore very soon. We'll be bringing you amazing content and programs, news from across the globe, and of course, it is a pro-people station, a station that identifies with you as Nigerians. I love you. My name is Precious, and you have a good night.
Hello Lagos, hello Nigeria, hello world. How are you doing this Thursday night, this wonderful 1st of February? Like seriously, how are you doing? Hope the traffic is not too stressful. First of all, I want to wish you a very, very happy new month. And like I always say, I don't know if this is in lieu with the last days. The way the days were running is quite scary. We're in 1st of February already. We just said Happy New Year the other day. So I want to welcome you to tonight's edition of Recovery Hour on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Yeah, you heard right. This is Recovery Hour on Voice of the People 90.